Good day and welcome to the most interesting sport program on TV plus sport. Definitely, I know a lot of people have been passing comments as regards to our sport time in the positive, and today will not be an exception as we look towards the 2023 AFCON qualifiers. My name is Mudashiru Shitu. Joining me is Ufomadu Daniel, a football administrator who is based in France. So, Ufomadu, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Shitu. Nice to have you here.
Yes, the whole country is happy right now after the election. If there's anything that will bring us together, should be football. And on Friday, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be facing the Guinea Bissau counterpart for the 2023 AFCON qualifiers. We know that teams have landed. The players are completing camp right now, with Victor Osimhen coming in yesterday, but he made a stop in Lagos before getting to Abuja. What can you say about these qualifiers?
Yeah, I think it's a welcome development. All of us were happy after missing the World Cup in Qatar 2022. So this is a very big challenge for the Super Eagles. And I'm very optimistic that the boys are in good spirit. Like this morning, I come across a video on Nigeria NFF website. They were singing, chanting. I saw Osimhen dancing. And then I feel they're all in good spirit and in good atmosphere to face Guinea-Bissau come Friday.
Oh, now, beyond that, we know that Nigeria is in Group A with 6 points. We know the games against Sierra Leone and not forgetting the fact that we are going for 9 points in this particular one. What formation? You're also a football administrator. You're an ex-footballer. Tell us, if it was to be you in charge, if you're Perseo, what will you have done to ensure that we have the maximum points coming on Friday?
Yeah, I think this is a very big task for the Super Eagles. And then for me, personally, I think the team is in good shape. We have Osimhen doing well in the Champions League. I watch him. He's on top of his game. And then we have Lukman, who's playing in Italy. And then we have Alex Nwobi with Everton. He played last weekend. And then the goalkeeper, Francis Uzoho, is in good shape. And then the young players who just finished, they concluded African Cup of Nations in Egypt, the under-23. We have the goalkeeper who is coming to the team, the young goalkeeper, and we have Daniel Bameyi, the right fullback, also in the team. I think we have a crop of players that are ready to challenge and to give us a victory against Guinea-Bissau. So come Friday, I'm very sure and optimistic that Super Eagles will come out in flying color against Guinea-Bissau.
Yeah, there are also issues about pairing. We have information saying that we'll probably see a Lukman and a Osimhen partnership against Guinea-Bissau. And some have said that Ndidi, who has not been playing regularly in the club, should not start since he just came off his injury. And also we have Joe Aribo, who has not been playing so well in his club in Southampton. Is it going to be a case of a name that have been dependable, or is it going to be a case of those in form should really start against Guinea-Bissau?
I think Coach Passero is in good atmosphere, like to know who is going to start and who is going to play. So, if you look at the form of the players, like you said, Joe Aribo is not playing regularly, and some of those players are being benched. I think now this is a national team. I think the training will determine. The coach have to see the boys in training, and then look their ambition. Those who have a great ambition, like to give it all to the Super Eagles. So for me, if I'm in that shoe, like being maybe a coach or being an administrator, I think I will look at the training will determine those who are going to start for me. So despite, if you are playing in Europe or not playing, what you have to display on the training pitch will determine who's going to start the game for Super Eagles.
We talk about tickets. I'm sure Nigeria, with this issue of cash policies, NFF according to reports, is that they'll be having 2,000 naira and 10,000 naira ticket. I'm sure that 10,000 naira is for the VIP, while the 2,000 naira definitely be for the regular. Do you think this is the right approach, knowing that cash has not been around? I mean, there's the little cash in people's pocket right now. Do you think NFF saying that they have to pay 2,000 naira? I know it's not via any electronics means. Do you think it will disturb people from really coming to the stadium to support Super Eagles of Nigeria? Or what do you think about this situation?
Well, you can see in Nigeria, we love football. Football have been one of the best, sport we love in that country. And then I read an article. I saw the VIP 10,000 naira, then 2,000. So with what is happening, the situation on ground in Nigeria after the election, there's no money and stuff like that. But I think there's transfers. So I think the NFF have made it available on their website. Is like you can purchase your ticket in the NFF office and some other centers, as I read. So, but I think 2,000 naira is good for Nigerian to watch the Super Eagles of Nigeria against Guinea Bissau. So I think people will come out. The fans are trooping in. Fans will, all over Nigeria will go to Abuja to witness Super Eagles, giving them surprises, giving them something entertainment, against Guinea-Bissau. So the policy, the money issue will not be any problem for the Nigerians. So some are ready to pay for their ticket to watch the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
Let me not take you back to my earlier question in terms of peering. Peering has been an issue for a long time. Before we go to the goalkeeping department, if you have Osimhen, have Lookman, do you expect Lookman and Osimhen should pair depending on the formation that the coach, that's Paseo, is going to use? What do you think is your preferred? Is it both of them together, or Osimhen before Lookman, or it should be someone else taking? We have Onuachu also in the mix of attack. Not forgetting we have Chukwueze joining, who has been doing so well in his club. In the front line, have been interesting. In the day, perhaps the old midfield, Alex Urobi from Everton also joining him in the midfield. And interesting moments. But what do you think will be a possible guess of your probably first 11 in the team?
Yeah, you can now see the lineup you just said probably, and for me, I think if you talk about the striking role, Osimhen is going to start. Then you can see Iheanacho coming from behind to support the attack. Then when you talk about the wing, you see Chukwueze coming from the right side or the left position, and then Alex Uwobi is there. And don't forget about the captain, Musa. Ahmed Musa is in form. So we have very good attacking formation. What I discover in the team is we have good attacking formation, and we have those in the bench. So Paul Onuchi and then the rest of them. So the defense line is okay. The goalkeeper department, we have the young ones from the under-23. So they're going to learn from Uzoho. Maybe the coach is trying to experiment to see what the young ones will have to give. So we have to give them chance, because I'm giving kudos to the coach for inviting those young players from under-23 for them to learn from the senior Super Eagles. So it's a welcome development, but I think the squad will have those in form in the attack that can give us victory against Guinea-Bissau. Osimhen and then Iheanacho, I think they will give their best.
Okay, now let's go to the goalkeeping department, where we know that since the exit of Vincent Enyama, there have not been a number one goalkeeper for a long time, and now we have some mix. In that department, we have Francis Uzor, but who do you think you want to stay between the stick in this encounter?
Well, I think you know it all. You just Francis Uzoho is going to be in the post, so no doubt about that. He's got the experience. He has featured in the World Cup games, So he has played a couple of matches for Super Eagles. So we don't need to gamble in this situation. So we just have him on the post, and then the young ones will learn from him. So that's for my
But
own
why do you
opinion.
keep having issues with this goalkeeping department all the time? Is that Sam Okoye, Dan Ekpeyi, of Francis Uzor. But in the past, it wasn't the case. We know that Peter Rufai stood there for a very long time. We have Vincent for a very long time. And the second for them are also good goalkeepers in their days. But why do we keep changing goalkeeping, the goalkeepers in every match?
Well, if you watch this current Super Eagles, this is a team that play collective football. Like in the couple of years back now, like 2 years of, they've been playing collective football, teamwork. We don't have like individual player like during the days of 1994 squad, the Okochas, the Ulises, the Yakinis. So this squad is just a young squad. We have players who are competitive, very young. So there's no one that we can say, okay, this one you are too special than the other one. So that's what I love in this Super Eagles. So there's competition. So likewise, Samukoye was good, and he kept a lot of matches for Super Eagles. Then Danapoye, the same thing, doing well in South Africa, Chippa United. So, but for me, I was surprised when the coach invited the under 23. So I see it as a surprise. Well, it's a welcome development. Maybe he want to try something else with the young players to give them opportunities. The Akpoye have been there. Samukoye is still competitive, for Super Eagles. So the coach have to look what he's going to do. But for me, I think he should invite Samukoye, couple with Francis Uzo. I think the two at the moment are on top of their game.
Yes, we go for this interesting match. We'll still come back to you, Dano, to finalize. We go to this interesting match where a moment that the Super Eagles of Nigeria weren't happy, and that is the game between Ghana that we did not qualify for the World Cup. Let's now call over to France where Daniel is still there. Ufomadu, Daniel?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Now, I won't put you on the spot in terms of scoreline, and I'm sure you'll be able to tell us what the scoreline is, if you can guess right, and how do you expect us to go about the match in the first half and the second half?
For me to guess about the match, I think it will be 2-0 victory for Super Eagles of Nigeria.
And the score sheet?
Yeah, 2-0.
Yeah, are you expecting Osimhen to continue from where he left it in Italy? He has scored many goals in history in Italy right now in his club in Napoli. Are you expecting him to score more goals? Because he has scored several goals in Group A. Or who do you think will score for us coming Friday?
Before Osimhen arrived Lagos from Napoli, I think he scored on the weekend. I watched the highlight. He's doing very good. After scoring the Champions League, I watched the game. I followed him very well because he's one of the best, hottest striker in Europe at the moment. So he's making Nigerian proud, and I'm proud of him. So Victor Osimhen. So Osimhen scored against the last game in the league before flying down to Lagos. So I think he should carry on that form. He should just go into the game and then get us the victory. He's going to score. Osimhen Iheanacho scoring for Nigeria.
Yeah, in the absence of Osimhen, who should also be looking forward to supply the goals, since I'm sure the opposition, Guinea Bissau, will know definitely is that when you hold Osimhen, goals might not really be get into the back of that net. So in the absence of Osimhen, who are you looking for to also give us the goals? We know we have Iheanacho, we have Lukman there, we have Samuel Chukwueze, and also among the midfield, we know that Alex Iwobi can score goals. Indeed, also, if he starts, can also go score. So up front, we know that goal scorers, and there'll be so much focus on Osimhen. How do you want us to play this game if they hold on to Osimhen so that he will not deliver the goals?
Well, for the Juntus, that's the Guinea Bissau as they are being called, they have a very good squad. I think because you cannot write them off. So they are coming forward to challenge the Super Eagles of Nigeria. They know we have a better team, and then we have good players playing the top league in Europe. So apart from Victor Osimhen, he's going to be the watchman, the marksman. Everybody knows him, and the opponent knows him. So they're going to watch to mark him out of the game. But he's very experienced. He knows how to do it. And then aside that, we have Alex Nwobi coming from behind. We have Chukwueze, who is also dangerous for Villarreal. So I think Nigeria have these guys who can do damage anytime.
It seems
So
you are not looking at the aspect of Lukman, or is it not your kind of Lukman who also played in Italy in his club? What do you think Lukman should also shine on the game on Friday?
Well, as a football player, I play football. I know everybody is ambitious. If you come to the pitch, Lukman is very fantastic. So all he needs is just to, keep his head cool, and then he just came into the team. Being a Nigerian that grew up in the UK, you know what it means to play African football. So he just needs to keep it cool, then think positively, look forward for him to break the genes because he need to play more impact. I've been following him right from years in UK. He has been wonderfully, doing well. So, but he need to keep, pushing harder, playing for Nigeria because we need him to express his character, express his dribbling skills, and then get the goals going. So he's a fantastic player, no doubt. So I see
Lastly,
him shining.
okay. Lastly, before I let you go, time is no longer our friend. We want to look at the situation going on in NFF, where the NFF have denied that they did not sack Finidi George and Ike Sheumu, the goalkeeper trainer. That what they're doing right now is rotational policy, whereby some of these assistants will only go for a particular game. Not all of them will go at once because there are several assistants to Paseo. That rotational policy, what's your opinion on it? Do you think, we know that Finidi George, Ike Sheumu will not be with them in this game, according to recent report. We don't know what will be the latest update before Friday. But the fact is that, as at yesterday, we know that they will not be going. Rotational policy, we have another goalkeeper training, Usman Abdullahi, taking the place of Ike Sheumu, and there will be now henceforth in the Nigerian Football Federation policy. Some might say it's to reduce cost, but what's your opinion? Do you think it's good that the assistants are rotating their place in the NFF when it comes to match days?
Well, maybe for that rotation, I think for the NFF, I think they should just they should appoint a trainer, goalkeepers trainers. They should. I don't want a situation whereby they will be doing rotational policy. Is not good for football. I think we just need those who are going to be in the hem of affair. If they are appointing a coach, a goalkeeper trainer, it should just be there. By bringing up Osman Abdullahi, next match, Ike Shoromu or maybe Finidi come into the game and the other game, except they said maybe for the tournament, they all go as a group.
Okay.
But for me, that policy, rotational, not a welcome idea.
Okay.
If they can do what they do, they should just pick the people in charge, goalkeeper trainer, the people that will work for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We don't want a situation they change from one match to another.
Okay.
It's not a welcome idea from the NFF.
Thank you very much, Ufomadu Daniel, for being part of the program. Hope same time next week you also want to give us your position after the match. Thank you very much for joining us.
Okay, you're welcome, Mudashiru.
Yes, that Ufomadu Daniel is based in France. We only hope that the Super Eagles of Nigeria should have the 3 maximum points before going over for the second leg of the AFCON qualifiers. Thank you very much for joining us. Stay Mudashiru Shitu. Same time tomorrow, we'll be giving you all what you need to know in the world of sport. Bye for now.